You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your hosts, Chels, Dre, and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Okay. What's good, everybody? Unapologetic, the podcast. Your favorite three in the house, Chels, Dre, and Reg.
Oh, you said my name first. Thank you.
I always say your name first.
Oh.
Your name always comes first. Just in the same. I actually say it in the same order that the intro says it. If you haven't noticed.
Uniformity.
You haven't noticed. But guys, it seemed like I was just with y'all. Like we just recorded. It seemed like it was yesterday, but it was Sunday actually.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Right.
This week has flown by, so that feels good. So how y'all doing?
A lot better now that my ear's on. I feel it.
Okay.
Well, good. I'm a little tired, but otherwise happy to be here. I was actually looking forward to recording earlier. And then as the day progressed, I was like, I kind of don't feel like it. But now I'm happy.
Why?
No, I'm just saying because my day, I've had a day. But now I'm happy. So we're good.
Man, I had a day, man. But you know what? It's always good and a blessing to see y'all. So I'm ready to pod. I'm ready to get this show on the road. I'm happy now, like Chelsea said. I'm happy now, man. We all good. It's been a rough one though. It's been a rough.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna complain because I think I've complained enough about this place and my situation right now. So, but everything's good. I got about 4 or 5 days left, so that's good. That's good news. But
Word.
a lot of things I got to do. I actually had a day off for the first time since I've been here. I actually did a lot of things then. A lot of, I guess I'll get into that once we start actually talking. But,
Like right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're chopping it up before we even get into any conversation. But so what I do want to talk about is this last episode. Before we even get started, this last episode we did. I don't know if it was the cover art or the snippet, but listen, my inbox was on fire. My inbox was on fire, and I think it was the cover art probably that I don't know why that cover art or even the snippet because the snippet we was actually talking about pegging.
Yeah,
but I don't know what attracted people to that. Like as
people are nasty as hell. That's why.
They're kinky as motherfucker.
Right, but listen. So even the episode right now is the second most watched, only to our first one, and the only reason why our first one is up there because it's been 5-6 weeks ago.
Right.
So, but that episode that we just released, that last one is like by far more views than the other ones. That I was like, man, like they really want us to talk about sex and kinks and all this other
like,
shit. That's the number one topic.
And then I say y'all not gonna relationship talk me to death, but here we are talking about relationships all the time. Y'all want to talk about fucking all the time. Like,
how is y'all?
I know, right?
Listen,
when I say y'all, I don't mean you two. I mean
people. All right.
And listen, we're not gonna let you cap no more like you did last time.
Listen,
ain't no more Chris Brown and ain't no more tap dancing.
None.
Ain't no more tap dancing. I'm gonna tell you in my DM, man.
Niggas was mad.
Listen. I got my DM. The funniest one was somebody that I barely know from a can of paint. It's like, oh, triple threat. I'm like, come on, man. I said triple threat just because it's three. I don't go into the bedroom saying, oh, baby, you gotta get this triple threat. Ooh, ooh. I mean, talking about triple threat. I wouldn't mind seeing what that be like. I ain't never had no triple threat. Come on.
That's like a little self-promotion almost.
Both of y'all.
Get out of here.
And listen. It wasn't that type of party. And I also was told that my triple threat is not a kink. I said, well, hot damn. Okay.
It's really not.
Well,
that's no.
Compared to what you do, compared to what your scary ass do, but won't talk about.
First of all, I'm not scary. I just wasn't divulging all of my business.
That's minor. But so, Dre, I want
What y'all want to hear me say? I suck dick upside down. Like, what are you like? What is what?
is that your kink?
It is not my kink.
That's the snippet. I'm using that as a snippet. But Dre, let me talk to you real quick. So I actually listened to that episode today, and you said that well, of course we know you're alpha, and you're not that submissive. I think you did say that.
Right, for sure.
Will you submit though?
In terms of what? We're talking sexually?
In bed, yeah, in bed.
Hey, listen, man. The stars gotta align.
Okay.
You gotta hit me with that kill. You gotta hit me with that kill. In order for me to let you take over, you gotta hit me with some shit that's gonna make me, that's gonna knock my damn socks off.
Okay.
Because if you don't, it's all me, man. Sorry, just lay back and relax, man. Go for the ride, man. But I ain't finna go into that because I'm not finna. I don't want my DMs and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Too late.
So you're not laying back and putting your hands behind your head and just.
Bro,
I got you.
Did we talk about ass eating last time?
We did not.
You want to talk about that? Is that a kink of yours?
No, but I just want to know. I just want to know as men. Because men,
we're not getting into that if you're not answering. If
no,
you're
men
not answering questions. We're not getting into
as men.
Do I like my ass ate? Yeah.
Of course you do, but I don't think that's what we're talking about. But anyway,
you asking me.
Anyway, so listen, listen.
Tap dance, shorty.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do that.
So Sunday was I don't remember the date.
So we're serious. We're getting serious.
We're partying.
Okay.
Because you're not about to talk about no ass eating and have me and Ray answering all these damn questions.
Wow.
But so we're not. Even if we do go that route, we're not gonna let you off that hook.
Continue.
But we'll get there. We got plenty of potting to do. We got plenty of episodes.
My nigga, go.
But
eating that butt.
Tossing that salad. Okay. All right. But so Sunday was the 6-month anniversary of that fatal tragic night with that happened with Breonna Taylor. And then Tuesday was the day that they reached a settlement. Yes. I'm pretty sure y'all heard about that. We're not gonna stay on this that long because we can talk about it forever, and I think it'll probably tie back into some of the things we talked about on our second episode when we was talking about what was the guy's name that got shot in the back?
Jacob Blake.
Yeah, Jacob Blake. Yeah. But so what were your thoughts about when y'all heard about the settlement?
You go ahead, Dre.
You know what, man? I'm happy. I'm happy for that family. Okay, I am happy for that family, but there's certain things out here that are priceless, man, and there's no amount of money that will soak up the pain that family has experienced, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah, you could throw us money. I don't know if they thought it was going to be hush money. I don't know if they thought that not only the family, but us as a people were just going to be like, okay, cool, they got bread, we can move on. But nah, we still want justice, man. Ain't shit changed. Ain't shit changed but the day and the draws on my ass, man. Ain't nothing changed. Justice, man. Justice. Money is not justice at all. So, hey, let's get these guys behind bars, man. Let's get this ball rolling. Happy for that family. That's a life changer. It's a game changer. Mm-hmm. What was it? 12 M's?
Yeah.
12 M's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a game changer. You know what I'm saying? That changes your life. And if you do it right, 2 or 3 generations. You understand what I'm saying? However, it won't bring her back.
Right.
You still want justice, man. That family still wants justice. That's seen on the clips and the blogs and on the internet, man. Justice.
Right.
So I feel the same exact way as you, Dre. So when I first heard about it, I was like, here we go again. Another Black family settling. But So my initial feeling was like, damn, I am very happy for the family. I'm pretty sure that is money that is, number one, it's deserved. Honestly, no amount of money can equal up to losing a child wrongfully, like in the manner in which she was killed. So I understand that it's helpful for the family, for mom, for just generations, all of that. But it didn't feel good because we've seen this story play out before. We've seen, families settle, and then just like that, it's like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, very much like you said, Dre, we still need that justice. We don't want the settlement to be a way for the city to be like, all right, we did it, our bad, here goes some money and you're good. But in my reading about the settlement, so the settlement was a civil settlement, completely separate from criminal.
Right.
They're completely separate. So, and the mother's they're still pushing for charges.
Right.
So one doesn't have to do with the other. Because initially I'm thinking, oh, they settled, that's that. But in doing further research, I'm like, okay, civil settlement, completely separate from criminal charges. They're still pushing for charges because only one of the cops were fired, right? Was it just one? Either way, niggas are still getting checks. They're still able to provide for their family. 6 months later.
Unemployment, yeah. Unemployment.
6 months later, whether it's unemployment, whether it's, whatever, leave without pay, leave with pay, whatever, desk duty, I don't know. But them niggas are still they're getting checks. They're still able to feed their family. They still have health care. They're still existing normally when Breonna is not. So no, get these niggas out of here. So we still have to continue that fight. And I pray to God that Breonna's mom and her family and her attorneys continue the fight. I don't want people to become complacent in the money and thinking that that's justice, because it's not.
Right. I agree. The same as you, until I found out it was a civil suit, I was like, man, like they just doing the same thing, which they still are, throwing us a bone. But it being a civil suit, I'm very comfortable with it because, like you said, they can go back and still pursue justice. In most cases, a lot of people think, well, why did they take this money, or why did they do this? Why did they do that? And I can get that point, but I think people also got to understand that it's been 6 months. There's no traction. There could be a point in time to where you either have to take this money and get something out of it, or don't and continue to go this road and nothing happens. And then you end up with nothing, period. So I can understand the situation that they put these families in, not just Breonna Taylor's family, all the other families that, go through this ordeal. So I can see in the long run, okay, what do I have to lose and what do I have to gain? But aside of that, as y'all know, I'm in Kentucky. I actually went to Breonna's home this past Tuesday. Very, very surreal moment. Just to look at everything that was out there, all the cards, the notes, flowers, candles, that people were laying outside a window, on the balcony. The bullet holes were still there in the wall, in the window, and just me just being there, looking at that stuff, it was kind of, a little emotional. You get teary eyed just looking at it, and I think that's something that's not even, not hard to do. If you're just a human and you have compassion, especially for the cause that we believe in and that we're fighting for Black people, for Black women, and what happened to her. And then I had to, I actually went to, well, that was in Louisville. So I went downtown Louisville to Injustice Square and saw the mural they had for her. And the energy down there was great. There's a lot of people down there, hugging each other, crying, singing, dancing, rejoicing. It was a great scene, man. It was it's been a while since I actually been in that type of atmosphere, amongst, I guess, around that much love. for us, Dre, it's kind of different because we're down in Augusta. There's not a lot going on down there. Even when I was in Columbia, there's not a lot going down there. Chelsea gets a little more opportunity to be in that atmosphere, in that environment, because there's always some kind of rally, protest, march in DC, which is great. But just being there Tuesday, I kind of, I like, damn, I need more of this, and I wish there was more of that, because for all intents and purposes, Augusta is a pretty heavy populated African American community.
Yeah,
whether it's military or outside. The
Bible Belt is real.
Yeah, but that's all I got on that. I'm happy for the family. I'm happy that it still got the opportunity to, pursue justice and make sure that the people that had something to do with this pay, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year.
Right.
Yep, that's all I got on that.
Yay.
So we're headlining. I feel like we're headlining with women. We're starting out with women, which is great. We're talking about Breonna.
That's always
we're going. Yeah, I'm saying we're gonna skip into this Verzuz. Do this recap.
Oh, I'm doing it.
No. We can do it. Well, Dre don't have much to say because Dre didn't watch it. But it's still something that happened within our culture, our community. I think it was big. I watched the whole thing. Actually, they started while we were recording.
Right.
And when we turned off, they was actually showing up. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing them. They were beautiful. Their energy was what the energy was supposed to be. I hope Brandy and Monica saw that and was like, this is how it should have been.
Well, the difference is that Miss Patti LaBelle and Miss Gladys Knight actually like each other.
Yeah.
Have genuine respect and love for each other. Dumb bitches ain't like each other. So that's why
but they put on a great show. Outside of Patti struggling to sing her songs and know her words, everything else was good. Patti almost spazzed out on the teleprompter guy because he didn't have her words up. But it was good. That's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah, it was really good. It felt like just watching like your grandmothers talking, or like two older aunties, or just two relatives chatting it up, because they did a lot of talking in the beginning about some real personal. It was like we weren't even there. They were just talking amongst themselves. But it was dope that after a certain point, Gladys Knight was just singing to a backing track. Right. Like it wasn't her record. It was her singing to a backing track, and she was going in. She sounded amazing. She sounded really, really good. Patti tried, but she, Patti LaBelle can still sing. She can absolutely still sing. She just forgot her words to most of her songs.
No, she can sing. That's no question.
She can still sing. That's not up for debate. She just forgot her words. But it was a really, really good time. The energy was crazy, just because, again, they genuinely like each other. There was it was just love the entire time. And then at the end, they brought out Dionne Ward,
right,
which was amazing. So yeah.
Now I did catch some Dionne Ward clips, and quite comical to say the least, man.
Yeah, she didn't want to leave. She was just real happy to be there.
Yeah, she was with her sisters. They actually could have had a trio. They could have did a trifecta. They could have did I like that.
But it was really, really good. It was, to me, one of the most energetic. It was honestly one of the best ones. And I know numbers won't reflect that, just because their general population probably don't even know how to work a laptop.
Right.
So you can't expect them to log on to Apple Music and all of that, which is expected. But I do hope that they set the sort of precedence on the energy and how it should be. Even honestly, even prior to them, it was really Erica and Jill that came out with the energy and just the love and the support for one another. Because a lot of these verses are very competitive. They kind of, there's not that. What Well,
Beanie Man and Bounty Killer had love for each other.
But
no, I said Erica and
okay.
Jill
You're
started
talking about
with.
okay.
They were one of the main ones that had the love and support for support for one another. I understand. Yeah.
No, I'm saying they might have. Yeah.
If you think about fucking Sean Garrett and
Sean Garrett was drunk as fuck.
Right, like
that nigga didn't even know where he was at.
Right. So with those, and maybe because it's a different genre of music, maybe because they're men, who knows? But
Jada and Fab showed love. Yeah.
It wasn't like this though. I like more of the celebratory.
Jada was hugging all over Fab.
Fab really didn't even want to be there, and you could tell by his set. Like you could tell by the way he played his songs. But we're not
X and Snoop.
You know he couldn't hold in the road, but I ain't gonna go there. That's all I'm saying about that.
Well, overall, it was good. I loved it. I'm looking forward to who they have next. I got my ideas of who I think they should have.
We're not even gonna talk about your ideas.
We're not.
But, listen, I sent y'all a screenshot of something that I saw yesterday. Texted to y'all. I was just scrolling, and it caught my eye. I don't know why, but Maya Moore.
Okay.
So Maya Moore, for those that don't know who Maya Moore is, she's a WNBA professional basketball player. She retired 2 years ago to basically fight to get what's the guy's name, Chelsea?
Jonathan Irons.
Jonathan Irons, to actually have his charges dropped and him freed from prison, and he was already he was in the middle of a 50-year bid, right? He's at
23 years into a 50-year sentence.
So
50 piece, bro.
By me looking at that, so the article said Maya Moore marries, and that's what caught my damn eye. And the reason why I sent that out to y'all, because the first thing I said to Dre, I was like, yo, this nigga has got the come up of the year, if not the decade. Can you imagine, like, having your charges dropped while you're in prison? 23 years. You've been in 23 years. You have your charges dropped. You get out, and then you marry a professional basketball player.
One of the best basketball players on the planet. Not women basketball players. One of the best basketball players on the planet.
Multi-millionaire. This nigga went from inmate to millionaire.
To house husband.
Wow.
First off, man, kudos to her. Kudos to her.
Both of them.
And for taking a stand in the first place and looking at this man's case and saying, you know what, I can't sit back. I mean, Maya Moore, man, she put her career on hold for this thing, man.
Absolutely.
That's huge. That's a statement. You know what I'm saying? Forget the millions. Forget the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're making in the U.S. Forget the millions that you're making through endorsements and overseas basketball, and focus strictly on getting this brother out of jail, man. And for that, man, I commend her. And then on the back end to say, well, you know what? I'm about to put a ring on it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Me and Chelsea actually digged into this last night.
So we did some research on this last night. So she has known this man since she was 18. She is now 31. He is 40. So they've known each other. You got to do the math on that, right?
Yeah.
So they've known each other for 13 years. She met him through UConn basketball family. This is what the article said.
Okay.
And it also said that I don't remember exactly what point of their relationship he wanted to propose to her. But he was like, no, I'm not going to, yada, yada, yada. And then waited until afterward, once he let out. But even according to the article, they said that the relationship was platonic the whole time until a couple years ago, when they both expressed their deeper feelings for one another. And boom, you get out and get married.
So I thought you said that he proposed and said, "Don't give me an answer until."
He just said, "Don't give me an answer yet."
Okay.
Yeah. So he proposed to her before, but he said, "Don't give me an answer yet." He didn't give her anything. He didn't give her a ring or anything.
So you know what?
He proposed again once he got out.
That's
That nigga knew
that's
what
smoke to me. That's smoke.
Oh, Sly
That's
Fox.
smoke. Because that's smoke because this nigga did not know if he was getting out of jail or not.
He was confident in this woman, and he number one, he was confident because he's innocent. And this is me playing devil's advocate.
He's media trained already. That's great.
Well, yeah.
That's great. He's media trained already.
It was just very interesting to see. I was like, oh,
quick too, because he just got out.
He just got out July 1st.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's love, it's love. They've known each other for 13 years. You know, why wait?
Listen, I'm happy for both of them. I commend them both. More or less to Maya Moore because of what she had to lose. Yeah, what she had to lose in order to get to this point. And man, listen, if there's any love story in this world that needs to be told, this might be one of them.
And he could sue. He could sue for wrongful imprisonment and get mad money from that.
Hopefully that's what's going to happen.
I hope so.
No. So correct me if I'm wrong. Even if that does happen, you're supposed to be compensated for those years. I don't know I want to say it might be minimum wage where he's from. So they'll take that and give that to him time.
Is that how that works? I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think
on that. I'm not familiar with it.
I think it's I don't know.
Something like that.
Okay.
But
kudos to them, man.
Yay,
love, peace, happiness, black love is the strongest thing.
Black love, absolutely. So, Chelsea.
What?
I want you to educate us real quick.
Oh my God.
I want you to educate us.
The Chelsea burger.
Yeah. Well, so there's a lot of women that do not like to be called female.
Yeah, don't call me that.
There's a lot of women that don't care, like I'm a female. But so for those of us that don't necessarily, I guess, know the difference or go through the differences like that, not saying that we don't, because as you see, me and my fellow co-hosts, male co-hosts, do an excellent job at addressing you as a woman and not a female.
And I did not know. I did not. I said I would run female into the ground until I met you, Chelsea. That's when I'm like, okay, maybe that's not the way to go. UG checked me one time, and I'm like, all right, cool.
But the military has instilled that in you because it's male, female. Hey, males over here, females over there.
Right. So it's understandable why that's sort of ingrained in you. But I mean, so the difference between female and woman, I mean, it's pretty simple. You guys are smart. We learned a lot of this shit in the high school or middle school.
You to talk about it.
No, I'm about to tell you. Let me talk.
From North Carolina, man. We ain't here.
Ooh, sorry, South. So female is sort of the scientific description of a species. So you have female, you have male, right? That's super, super clear.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And female is also an adjective. It describes a thing. It describes a noun. So when you say, oh, well, that's a female, or female what? Female dog, female cat, female pig, female elephant, whatever. When you address me as a woman, that's very specific to a human being. There are no women dogs. There are no women cats. It's extremely specific to a person, to a human being. So address me as such. I'm a woman. You're a man. You don't, when women address men or just people in general, you very rarely hear people say, oh, I was talking to that male over there.
I'm with you on that. Okay.
Oh, I was talking to that male. Yeah, like you don't get that. But when it comes to women, it's all, I was talking to that female. Or, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of times, I'm not going to say you guys, because you guys don't do it. But a lot of times when that phrase is used, or when that word is used, as opposed to it being referred to as me being referred to as a woman, it's kind of used in an inferior way.
Okay.
That's real.
It's to sort of make the woman feel lesser than, and whatever kind of conversation that is, men tend to do that. Again, not saying all men, but it does happen. So
Joke.
The first time I heard that that point was probably a year or two ago, and it was actually from I want to say it was from a feminist group.
Okay.
They were empowering. I forgot what was the name of the group and what was the name of the movement, but they were basically saying, "Don't call me female." They was marching somewhere and they had a bunch of signs and it was just like, "Don't call me female. Don't call me female." So I was like, let me read up more on this, and that's the first time I heard that point.
Yeah, but even when you're describing, let's say Kamala. Kamala is the first female vice presidential candidate. In that instance, it's okay to use female because, again, female is an adjective. It is describing the type of vice presidential candidate. She's a female vice presidential candidate. So that's perfectly fine.
And a female dog is not running for vice president. So yeah.
Gotcha. There we go. So that is the most basic and simple way that I can put it. So that's why I give y'all niggas so much grief in calling me a female. I'm not and not calling me a female and calling me a woman, because that is what I am. I'm a human and I'm a woman, not a female, because I could be a female dog, female pig, female fucking donkey. It could be whatever. Just call me a woman. I don't go around calling y'all males. Y'all was talking to that male. Look at that male over there. Like, no. You're a man, you're a dude, you're a guy, you're all of these other things that are very clear that we're talking about a person. When you say female, that's indicative of anything or any species that can reproduce, because that's essentially like definition. So that's my little,
Hey, all it took for you to do is to G-check me one time. And I'm like,
so with this conversation, I think there's going to be when people listen, they're going to have a lot to say, a lot of questions, as always. And because I hear them all the time. And even when we go back, like when I talk to people and they give me, a little feedback or comments, which I would wish y'all would leave comments like on the page, because I like to see them there. But as well as, you can tell me too, but just the comments. And I'm like, well,
so what are the comments saying?
No, I'm not gonna get into the comments because there's nothing negative. But so doing this is the podcast thing. Just doing it is not just picking up a microphone or a phone and us just recording and doing our other stuff. Like it's essentially easy, but just talking and then remembering your points and all this other stuff. Because even when I go back and look at it, I'm like, damn, there's so much more I could have said to this, or things that I wanted to say that I didn't get out because we're in the heat of the moment. And, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. And then I'm listening to you, I'm listening to Dre, but, I'm pretty sure y'all people, when they give y'all like feedback or whatever else, you have to say, well, yeah, whatever. But I'm pretty sure y'all get that a lot where people ask you, hey, I would have been good on that podcast, or I would have been good for that topic. Next time y'all talk about that, let me join in, whatever else.
No,
you don't get that?
No, you can't come, is what I'm saying.
Well, we haven't got to the guest. We haven't got to the guest point yet. We still trying to get that foundation solidified.
Yeah, but no, I'm pretty sure we've all had messages when people are like, damn, that was a good topic, I wish I would have been on, or because everybody feels like they're an expert in something, or they feel like their opinion or something is good or would fit well within this space. And that might be true, just not this space, is what I'm saying. You can go anywhere in the world.
Well, for me, like we discussed, man, for me, no one has formally asked me to say, hey, can I be a guest on the show? I think the consensus is that they see that we have a good thing going, and that they don't want to intrude on it. The only thing that I will say is that one of my very best friends, with him and his political views, he asked me about it from the standpoint of saying, hey, if you need me, I'm here. Obviously, because of my job and because of Reggie's job, there's only so much that we can go into as far as personal views with our government and our commander in chief. So, and I'll leave it at that. But other than that, nobody has really asked me, "Hey, can I come on the show?" The feedback that I have received is, "Hey, man, you all have a good thing going. You all have a great balance." I was also told that there's a distinct difference between all three of us. I mean, obviously me and Reg being from the same state, and Chelsea, you being from up top. But they say that for whatever reason, I don't know why, they say that I'm the country bumpkin and that Reg is the guy in between, and then you got Chelsea that's up top. So it's a good balance, and I've got good reviews. My family loves it. Mama Dre is ecstatic that I'm on here. And
hey, Mama Dre.
Hi, Mama Dre.
She, I had to give her the disclaimer in the beginning and let her know, look, Mama.
The baby boy is grown. He's a man.
Yeah, like there's some things that baby boy gonna talk about that you probably didn't know that, baby boy had that dog in him like that. But just bear with me.
Yeah.
I get it. So I've actually had numerous people, but I mean, it's all in good fun. I mean,
yeah,
if we ever get to that point to where we have guests, I mean, there are people I have in mind that I would like to, but the thing is, us just sitting here talking, it looks easy. It looks easy, but like even like when we watch like other podcasts,
right?
They're just talking, shooting the shit, and that's what it looks like. But then once you get into the weeds and we trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about, because we have a list that we comprise all week, and then we have to figure out, okay, what topics do we want to hit and what topics are
they're gonna flow into one another.
And then for us, like me and Dre have known each other for a while. Prior to us recording our first episode, me and Chelsea have known each other about 2-3 months.
3 months, something like that.
Prior to our first episode, you met Dre a week ahead of time.
That's it.
We just grabbed it. We just actually sat down and recorded and started talking. And we didn't even have no subjects then. Like we just off the top of the head just talked to each other.
Right.
Man, that night I didn't even know we were recording, dude. I just finished washing clothes, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know it was going live, and then I'm just like, oh, all right. I see the light. I see the phone set up. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, like so. I mean,
okay, let's get it.
So I think to say that, like, just the dynamic, like, because you can get some people in the room and it may not even mesh well. We just so happened, click, and I'm happy it worked that way. Like, we just happened to click, and because I would have hate to go back to the drawing board and like, all right, look, one of us gotta go.
Somebody gotta
this shit ain't working. This shit ain't working. One of us gotta go. Oh man,
it would have probably had to be me though. You don't have to say it. You don't gotta admit it.
Would have found another woman.
I mean, you could try.
So I did have a couple of women ask this: why do we only have one woman and two men?
So I have no issue with it. I never feel like I'm ganged up on, and even if I do, I can hold my own. It's never. I'm not really worried about that. And again, I think it's you have two men. I mean, because if there weren't two men, then there would be two women. So it would still be unless you got two people, it's never going to be equal.
Right.
I think it's more so about the levels of respect that we have for each other. And we talk about this all the time, like just respecting each other's opinions, ideas, all that other stuff. Never being, I mean, we can joke, we can, all of that, but never really coming for somebody's neck because their opinion's different or you may not agree with what they say. What are we, 6 episodes in, and there's a bunch of shit that y'all have said that I'm like, I roll my eyes at all the time.
All the time.
But it is what it is because this is your opinion. And you're a man and you're a man and I'm a woman. I don't expect us to see it the same. I'm going to continue to roll my eyes, but I do like our dynamic. I'm straight on being the only woman here.
You better check them eyes.
You need to check what you say.
Rolling them eyes.
Anyway.
You know what you think this is?
You know we still recording, right?
I know we still recording.
Okay. Okay.
Ain't nothing changed.
Take the gloves off. Look at she ready. She ready to go.
Yeah, let me
ready to call you to the octagon.
Listen, this during, and this post recording talk. But this is not as easy as it looks. It is just the dynamic. But so I think the art is when I watch podcast shows or listen to people that are actually doing it themselves and they just sit there and talk. Like, that's weird to me. Like, but that is a talent. Like Colin Cowherd. That nigga talks for like 2 hours by himself. Like he's like, it just feels like he's in second, third, fourth person, and he just conversates. I think, does Joe Rogan do the same thing?
Who?
Joe Rogan. I've never listened to his, but there's numerous people.
He has guests sometimes.
Yeah, he has guests. Colin Cowherd does too at times.
But I think it's just Joe Rogan. I don't think he has. I don't know, and I also don't listen.
So that is a talent. That is a talent within itself. Like just putting yourself in a room and you looking at topics and you just talking, and the way it flows and the way he sounds, like you just sit there like, wow. And you would think it's like 2 or 3 people in the room actually talking.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy, but I mean that's a talent within itself, and that's probably why he gets paid the big money that he does just for that alone.
You can't get a podcast right now, man.
Yeah, in itself. So this is something I was thinking about earlier.
You're always thinking about something. This nigga's never not thinking.
Are you throwing shade or what?
No, I love that you think all the time.
That's great. So I'm gonna pose this question to y'all. As a friend, you were dating someone. You were it don't matter the level of dating that y'all were on. Y'all could have been heavily involved. Y'all could have just been fucking, whatever. It ends whether it was amicable or not. Okay. Whether they're, good or bad.
Okay.
Does that person become off limits to your friend?
Yes.
A close friend.
Yes.
Let's say a close friend.
Yes.
We'll start with close friend. Yes, first.
Yes.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter the level that you and that person was on. Like let's say you and that person was just, y'all wasn't in a relationship. That was just your handyman. That was Alfred.
Oh wait, what do you mean when you say handyman? A literal handyman?
Nah, yeah. He fixed them that plumbing every now and then.
So you mean that me and Alfred was fucking?
Yeah.
Okay. So no, that's off limits, and it might be. I'm pretty sure it's different for men than it is for women, but for women and my friends, it's very much of, if you've done anything sexual with this person, it's a no-go.
Uh-huh.
And even if it weren't a no-go, I would not feel comfortable in engaging in relation with that man, knowing that he's been this close to one of my best friends, one of my close friends. So I feel like the rules are different when it's close friends and when it's just kind of like acquaintances or people that you know. So when it's close friends, nah, like a lot of that is off limits. If it's a guy that my friend has talked to, he didn't even have to have sex, that's kind of sketchy. I would still feel a little weird in doing that, but I will always let my friend know, like, hey, I met, Jared. I didn't know y'all dated, or I know y'all dated, or whatever the case may be. That's always something I'm gonna bring to my friend. And if she gives it the green light, possibly. But for the most part, we ain't giving green lights to none of that. Like if it's any guy that any of my close friends has had an entanglement with, an encounter with, or whatever, nah, off limits. Now if you just some chick I know in passing, and like I know of you, like I see you, we cool, but you ain't really my friend, I'll fuck your ex. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, for me, man, I'm gonna say no as well. Maybe when it boils down to for me, it's just about the loyalty aspect. When it comes down to my friends or whatever, my partners or whatever I had, along the lines, I done had homeboys that have had some women that have been look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just can't view that woman in that light if I call you my main man. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just can't. I'm just not wired that way. I'm a man, of course. I'm gonna be like, well, damn. In my mind, I'm like, damn,
Right.
that motherfucker is cold.
Yeah.
But that's where it's gonna stay.
Right.
And if I say it, I'm also willing to say it to my friend. You know what I'm saying? And give you examples. You know, I've known, you know, women that Reg's been involved with, and I tell Reg, you know, Reg got some good taste. And you know, if Reg showed me or introduces me to a young lady in the past or whatever, and if she was cold, guess what? I'm gonna tell him, well, you got you one there, boy. You got you one, but that's where it stops. You know what I'm saying? Whether they broke up for whatever reason, you know, that's where it stops. Hey, she's attractive. More power to y'all. And that's it. It's no me waiting on my turn, or, you know, I just don't see another woman in that light, a woman that my man has been talking to.
Yeah.
I just can't see her in that light, man, because shit, if I see her in that light, any indication to me, then shit, you know, it's following me, and I try to pride myself on not being a flawed ass nigga. So yeah,
right.
Nah.
Let's
Cool.
stand up. Let's stand up. Why are we all agreeing? But I mean, it's an opinion. It is what it is. So I strongly feel that way. I have never entertained anybody that I've been close with, anybody that they have messed with. It's just something that's weird to me. I never want to put myself or anyone that I call my homeboy, my man, my dude. I never want to put them in that position as well, to where I'm hanging out with this young lady and he's there. I never really want to be in the room with dudes that can look at my woman and be like, I know what she all about in bed, because they had it. You know what I'm saying? Well, especially my friends.
Oh, okay.
Because you never. I'm pretty sure. I'm already having it made up in my mind that I'm not going to meet a virgin at my age, and we're not going to be together. It can happen. It can happen, but the chances of that and me hitting the lottery, I might hit the lottery first.
They say unicorns are real, man.
They are.
But that's something that I don't like. I don't get down with that. And the weird thing is, there's a lot of different codes between, as Chelsea said before, bro code. There's a lot of different weird codes that a lot of these dudes have that I just don't get and I don't follow. Like I've had homeboys that was like, hey, what's up with such and such? I'm like, well, what you mean what's up with such and such? You mind if I get a number? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like, but I mean, and that's the real thing. I mean, I've had dudes do that. Hey, what's old girl's IG?
Like, what you need that for?
Yeah, but I mean, I've never been the man to chase after any one of my homies leftovers, or I hate to say leftovers because that just sounds. But I've never been
sandwich. The fuck?
Yeah, sandwich. It's a sandwich, all right.
But you said a leftover, like.
Depending on how you look at it, it's a sandwich.
Anyway, continue.
And it could be a good sandwich. Very tasty. But anyway, I've never been that type to even want to be sexual with anybody that somebody I'm cool with that they have been with. And honestly, I would probably look at a woman different, being that that's cool with her. Like if to actually be looked at as if me and Dre is passing her around, I would think that she should have a problem with that. That shouldn't be cool, you know, to be bouncing between two good friends. But it is what it is. Go ahead, Chelsea.
So, do you feel that same way, or do you have that same sentiment for a man?
Yeah.
You pass between two friends? Okay, as long as we're on a even playing field.
If me and you.
But then that's also a double standard too.
Listen, no, well, that's a part of it. But if me and you were fucking like that and something happened, we was done, I'm not, you know, trying to holler at your homegirl after that.
Okay.
I'm not taking her advances either. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that shit's gonna be a setup. If she come to me, is like, I used to look at you, when you and
When you
Chelsea,
was
da 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 da,
and I'm gonna have to beat
uh,
both y'all the fuck up, and we not gonna be friends. Like it's gonna be all bad.
yeah,
Nah, that ain't cool, man.
yeah.
That type of shit ain't cool, man. Nah, I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah, it's too many women out here, too many men out here to be kind of navigating in that same space. Like my friends' exes or not, they didn't have to have been in a full-fledged relationship. It was just somebody they were dealing with.
Right.
Yeah. He got a brother, a cousin, or a friend, cool, but not him.
Yeah. No back door, little Joe. Not around the party.
So
that's why they call you the country bumpkin, because you say shit like that. Because what does that mean?
Back door, little Joe.
I ain't never heard that a day in my life.
But you know, back door Joe means shit. Most people come around the front, they're accepted the
you
front.
see him coming. You see him coming. You know what's going on.
Coming. Back door Joe means shit. He kicking in, coming in from the back. You don't know what the hell, motherfucker. Back must be turning shit. Joe up in there.
Again, this is very Southern, but thank you for that. I'm gonna use that one day.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Jesus, yes.
So when dating,
oh God, I don't date.
Whatever, you don't do shit.
I love lying on here, right?
I know.
You will not Gregory Hines your way out of this.
I'm telling you,
I will not.
You're not gonna blow no more smoke. You're not blowing no more smoke.
I did.
Listen,
get on the ridge.
when dating, in any capacity, does the body count question ever come up? Do guys ask you that, or have they?
I have had men ask me that, not necessarily in my older years, but definitely when I was younger, high school, even college. But as I've gotten older, yeah.
Damn, niggas cared about body counts in high school.
In high school?
Well, so when I was in high school, I was dating men that were not in high school.
Okay.
So let's just be clear. I typically go older in dating, older than me. So, but as I've gotten older, the question has become less and less prevalent to the point where I'm not really asked now. And if I am asked, I'm looking at this nigga crazy. Like, why are you asking me that?
Yeah, why at our age? Why do you care? Why do you care?
Does the amount of people I've had sex with matter to you? What does it mean? Does it lessen my worth?
Right.
Does it make me better? If I have 2 opposed to 20, like what is the objective behind it? And now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I would have asked it's been a while since a man has asked me that, but I wish I would have asked him like, for what was, now that you know, now what?
So I look at it. My thought process
anyway
is, you definitely could be lying. Like who the fuck really get answers? I'm around 11, nigga. Are you 11 or you around? Like what is like? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's giving you that answer.
And what's crazy to me? You go, then I'm gonna go.
But so here's my thought process about that. You're asking that question, but I think the reality of it is at our age, okay, if you're not married or you've never been married, you're depending on how often you date, because let's say you're 35 and you've been having sex since you were, let's say 18 or 19.
Right.
Let's just say you had sex once a year. Well, let's say you had one different partner a year. Let's say 2, because that's fathomable. It's very possible. You can have been in a relationship with somebody for 6 months and then work out. You took a 3-month break, met somebody, y'all had sex. So you got 2 bodies in that year. So let's just say 18, you're 35. What's that? 17 years? 17 times 2 is what? 34 or something like that?
Right. That's literally what I was about to say next.
So so is 34 a bad number? Somebody's gonna look at that like, so imagine. So when somebody asks you that question, and you say, I'm probably about 34. What should be the response? Like, 34 might sound like a lot. Oh, I'm 34 different people.
I think men, y'all are weird in that you want this woman to be like a fucking sex slave in the bedroom. You want her to know all of these things. You want her to know all these tricks.
She can learn all that with me, though.
But then also, shut up. But then also, if she's slept with more than 4 people in her life, she's kind of tainted. She's off.
I don't want to know it. I don't want to know how many.
I don't understand the need to know. What does that do for you? And again, for me as a woman, it feels like you are judging my worth. Because most women, we're not asking men that. That is really a question that men ask women. If we keeping it a buck. I'm not saying women don't ask, but more men ask than women ask.
I think for an exact number, nah, women don't ask that. But in my experiences over the years, women have come to me after they've learned me or after we have been together and say, "Oh, I know you done hit you a few bitches. Oh, I know you done did this and did that." They take that, they take how I treat them and say, if you treat me like this, then I know it's been 50, 60, 70, 80, so on and so forth, amounts of other women that's done fell for this shit. And I know you done hit them.
Right. So, that's us implying that you've been with a lot of women.
Right. Yeah. But never, Andre, how many people, well, not in a while, probably when I was younger, maybe in college I was asked that once, how many bodies you got. And, but besides that, I don't think it really matters, man.
Yeah.
It don't.
I'm never asking that question. And if at my old ass age of almost 32, if you sit here asking me that question, I'm gonna clown you and then I'm leaving. Because what is the point? That means if 2 to 200, as long as I am clean, what does it matter?
That's all that matters.
And as long as I know what I'm doing in bed, what does it matter?
Yeah.
I am not less of a woman. I am not less worthy. I am not less loving. Like, none of that applies. So
the same thing for men. It doesn't matter how many women that I've been with or whatnot. I think as long as I'm able to please said woman, then how many women have been there? It doesn't matter. It could have took me two women to get my mojo, or it could have took 200, like you said. So it really doesn't make a difference.
I don't care. I don't care what you've done prior to me. Again, as long as you clean and as long as what we're doing is what we're doing, and then
yeah. Sure. I don't want to know how many, and I don't want to know who.
Don't tell me none of that. Period. Don't tell me none of that. So if you and a young woman were out, and
don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Okay.
Listen, that's your homie. That's all I need to know.
That's
if you're gonna introduce us, that's your homie.
That's broski.
Yeah, that's it.
To use that line.
You don't have to because anyway, you already get that mind frame. Because for a lot of women, when Dre can attest to it, because he's probably been in that situation. When you introduce your lady to another woman.
Oh, I'm already like,
they done fucked before. And it might not even be true. My ex swore up and down. Me and Dre's wife had something going on with his ex-wife. And she's like a sister to me. I've known her for the longest. Never been there. Never thought about it. But she swore up and down.
For the longest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now for me, when I met Rich, I'm like, man, what the fuck going on around here? Man, this nigga has me saying, no, what the fuck? Yeah. And you from North Carolina? What the fuck going on? No, nigga, I'm from no. It took that one initial meetup, and I'm like, okay, that's it.
Yeah. That's my girl. Yeah. That is my girl, man. Love her all day. But yeah. Man, hey guys. Great talking, great podcast. I know, right? But you know what? I was thinking about earlier since you said that's it. Let me get this off.
Oh God, that's what I get. Damn,
Dre, man, listen. So I'm at that point in my life to where,
oh God,
what are you? Oh my God, about? Nigga, let me talk. I'm at that point in my life to I'm about 97.99999% sure that I'm done having babies. Well, fathering children, having new ones.
Children.
Yeah, father. So I'm that close to going to having that surgery. Have you thought about that?
So
I am not a part of this conversation. Y'all do y'all thing.
Listen, man. I have thought about it numerous occasions, man. As a matter of fact, I talked to my brother earlier today, about 3 hours ago, and that's what he said. He said, you know, man, it's a wrap for me, man. I'm done. I think for me, I'm definitely content in having, you know, 2 kids, a boy and a girl. You know, I'm 2 for 2 from the free throw line, man. So what do I have to complain about? However, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever the big homie has for me, and the big homie meaning my God, whatever he has for me, I feel like it's for me. I'm afraid of this shit. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever do it, man. But I will say that I'm content with just having my 2. If my God, I call him, like I said, the big homie. If the big homie brings me more kids, man, then bring them on, man. But I'm okay if he doesn't.
I don't know. I'm strongly on that line. I think I'm done.
Well, I can see why though, man. You know what I'm saying? I got little babies, man. I got 7 and 1, man.
I don't want to start over. I don't know if I just want to
start things over.
Listen, you got your kids on autopilot, man.
And I can shoot up. Listen, and I can shoot up the club and don't have to worry about nothing.
All right, so it has been a great episode, y'all. We love that.
Let me get mine off, Chelsea.
We're so happy that you're listening.
Listen, could you imagine not having that fear? Like, even though you can still, I mean, shit can happen, but oh man, the shit I think about.
We done?
I don't know. You still want to talk? You sound a little.
Well, no, because I wasn't a part of this conversation.
We're over. Actually, we're over an hour. We just went over an hour, about 2 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a part of the conversation. That's why we done.
Well, Chelsea, you ain't shooting no clubs up, so you know.
I can't.
But you can get your club shot up, though. I mean,
I don't.
How do you feel about that?
We've talked about this.
How do you feel about that? No.
Feel about what?
Having the club shot up.
Oh, shoot my club up all day.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm really iffy on kids, and we've talked about this.
Well, yeah, but no, we off the kid subject.
But yeah, shoot the club up.
You like that, huh? Yeah. Finally, we got something out of you.
Yeah, let's be honest. Nobody unprotected sex is more enjoyable.
It is.
So as long as both parties are STD free, and as long as at least one party is using some type of birth control contraceptive, which is always going to be on the woman.
Not if I get that surgery.
Shoot it. Well, yeah, if you get that surgery, then you could.
Oh man, listen.
You could free for. Just hope you don't get no damn STD. That's all.
Oh man, listen.
Yeah, like you can shoot the club up, but remember, HIV and herpes and shit are things too. So
but like you said, both clean.
Well, yeah, but you might be having sex with multiple people. We don't know.
Nah, I'm getting past that age.
Right.
Especially if I'm shooting them clubs up. So
again, it has been a great episode.
Dame Lillard. Dame.
It's been an amazing episode.
Man, I love talking to y'all as always, man.
Yes.
Hey, much love, man. Much love to the people tuning in, man. Spotify, Apple Pod, YouTube. Please stay classy.
And everybody that watches us and the retweets and the shares and the likes, all that good stuff. Caesar, appreciate you, my guy. Gotta get that.
Hey, shout out. And one more thing, man.
Are we doing individual shout outs? Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing while I'm at it. Shout out to the Queen City. I love it very, very much. Shout out to my folks that are out of Concord. And shout out to where I was born, man. Bull City Clothing, man. Check them out, man. The Bull City Clothing, man. Check these guys out.
A plug.
You know, listen.
Responsible by Bull City.
Listen, I paid for this. I paid good, hard-earned money. There's no endorsements involved. I just love where I'm from. I'm a Durhamite. You know what I mean? I was raised in Charlotte, but I'm a Durhamite by the heart, and you know they put out good clothing, man. So shout out to the Bull City clothing store. I'm coming soon.
Yep, all that. I'm not shouting anybody out. So.
Good. All right. Well, anyway.
Did you say I'm good?
I said we are good.
Oh, okay.
We are good. Listen, calm that sass down.
I'm gonna start calling you Conor McGregor, man.
Looking for smoke.
Ray, you don't understand what I deal with him, though.
Looking for smoke. She be saving that shit for podcast day too.
I give you
let it build up, let
knock it off.
Let that battle build up, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna let him lock you. I can't turn this camera off.
Listen, people, thank you for everything. Guys, it was good. Another episode in the bag. Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear too. Let us know, man. We throw it out there on the page, on the IG page for topics. Let us know. Let us know what you want to hear about, man. We're all for ideas, and we're all for the people. We are three that are for the people. So let us know what you want to hear, man. We'll get it out here. We'll get it in the universe. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
we can talk about things outside of sex and relationships too.
Yeah,
we always gonna talk about sex.
I know. I'm just saying there are other things. So,
right. So listen, two things that we're definitely gonna talk about: sex and Keisha.
We ain't bring up Keisha last episode, but here you go. Here you fucking go.
We don't even know no Keishas. But Keisha, wherever you at, I love you. Even though I don't know no Keishas. But
wow.
Anyway, listen, guys, it's good. We out of here. See y'all next week. We are unapologetic, unfiltered, and all that good stuff.
All that.
Yes, indeed. Hey, we out.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.